sealed the deal between Auntie's Choice and the Order. Science meets capitalism. Brains meets branding. What could possibly...
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. That strategy would be greatly inefficient, Commander. Please allow this unit to help you generate a more sound mission plan. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
And I know just how to stop him. Get me close and I'll make it quick.
Intimidation is not required. Protectorate subjects are not programmed to question authority. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony. While the Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces to assist you in intercepting the modulator, it will take time for them to navigate the station. It seems Agent DeVries is also here, Commander. She sent word that she, quote, knew you wouldn't be able to stay away either, and is ready to finish what she started. End quote.
My business with the Consul is deeply personal, and I have made my distrust for DeVries known. I must be brought along, to judge the former, and reserve judgment for the latter.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
No time for a chit-chat, dear. We have a rift to attend.
We should keep moving, Commander.
This unit recommends prioritizing
Sovereign
the
will
mission.
Just waiting on your
Be
orders,
so
Commander.
close.
Whenever
The
you're
rift.
ready.
It's magnificent. When we've done what we came to do, it's finally time. I shall soon be reborn into
What in the interminable void are we looking at here? Everything that's been reconstituted appears maladjusted, imperfect, defective.
The Consul stands at the controls of the Sovereign's own flagship. How my blood boils.
It is our mandate. It is who we are.
If this this what happens when someone clings too tightly to the past?
Horizon Point Station. Who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process? Fulfill our duty to the protected, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are.
Prosecuting!
Combatant scans. Mitigating the threat. Locking them down.
Mobility interrupted. Mobility interrupted.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
There be none.
Mobility and ready. Exposure undermanaged.
Stop and extend go for qualification.
Throw some guts and face!
Each a vital cause. Target reacquired. Contact.
Adversary
ready.
vulnerabilities identified.
Console provides. The system abides.
This date is an affront against the architect, against the nature of all things. We must bring an end to this, immediately. Let us hope that whatever architect forsaken logic operates within this place does not pass.
calling. Per our agreement, Auntie's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way. Order forces are on a similar trajectory.
You persuaded the leaders of two warring groups to help us here
Let us
today.
find an
Good work.
alternate.
Never could have done it myself. And someone thought I could solve anything. Yeah! Wasn't sure that'd work.
Taking punitive action.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Prepare for absolution.
Fortification in progress. Locking them down. I have a fix on their weakness. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop it. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I am sorry.
medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better than nature.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
N-ray. Exposure.
Unleash my might upon them!
Adversary vulnerabilities are
Of the authority!
Status. Currently N-ray. Exposure.
combatants. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Why did you make me do this? What?
Commander, one of them speaking coherently. Not sure if that's good or bad.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Commander? Is that you? No, this must be some kind of trick. Law, what's happening to me? So it is you. Thank Law. I don't understand what happened, Commander. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Law, I had to kill them.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside. This is concerning.
I don't understand what's happening. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the reconstitution worked on her. To some extent.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. Don't tell me the situation got...
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective.
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true. Rift. That's right. We were here to investigate rifts.
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction.
So I've come back from death to some... what? Some warped version? You can help me, though. Right, Commander? You could do something to fix this. Void. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Makes two of us. But maybe you could do me one final favor. I'm sure.
Pascal? Helen? If I'm...
That'd be nice. This is... the fun.
It's all right.
Commander, if I know one thing for certain, murdering members of the Order isn't my role within the grand plan. That line of thought is not unknown to me. But I can't stomach this further. Don't ask me to. Dispatching Order renegades I can bear.
I'll just wait here, Commander. Go on.
It's all right. This will be over soon.
Efficiently done. You did her a kindness, dear.
bows.
Mitigating the threat. Torpification in progress. Random element. Combatant scan.
None shall stand against us!
Now's not the time for a tete-a-tete, I'm afraid. Commander, if I know one thing for certain, murdering members of the Order isn't my role within the Grand Plan. That line of thought is not unknown to me, but I can't stop.
I'll Just wait here, Commander. Go on.
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it.
Standing by to stupefy.
I don't understand. The situation was resolved. Why go back on your word?
That was quite unexpected.
Particularly
Would Fortificator at ready status. Fit Commander, if I know that line of thought is not, but I... Commander, if I know one thing for certain, murdering members of the Order isn't my role within the Grand Plan. That line of thought is not unknown to me. In my role at the Department of Preemptive, but it... Efficiently done. You did her a kindness, dear.
You're the one who forged the...
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Our commander hangs from a thread! You fool! Mistake me for a diplomat? Fight me! I am trying to fight it.
Standing by to stupefy. Commander, that line, but I... Go for torpification. Efficiently done. You did her a kindness, dear.
These soldiers looking...
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
here is as if cut from some horrible nightmare. We must put an end to this. Providence is much too close for safety, and that Roadbird has disposed. I do not like what this might imply.
Standing by.
Vulnerabilities.
Unleash my might upon them!
That's all rather intriguing. This is very curious. Some of the science eludes me, but this equation, although incomplete, clearly has to do with the rift in the other room. What do you think, Commander? I expect there's an existing...
Oh, I can't hear orders. Why are you sleeping?
eyes on a miscreant.
I shall not stick!
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Careful.
I have a fix.
Probably hold up somewhere. My vexation grows as this drags on. Forever vigilant. Right back!
Apparently, the Sovereign solved the equation? Plagiarism. How shameful. Yet not entirely unexpected.
You must keep your blood within, Commander!
Please report
No alarms. Hail of gunfire. We seem to have entered undetected. We'd best unseal the hangar to continue our ingress.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Never hurts to give the enemy more targets to shoot at, I suppose. Gun weapon ready, Commander.
I cease functioning selflessly without complaint.
Hold the line.
Target analyzed. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Our commander hangs from a thread!
A backing stab.
Throw some guts and face me, coward!
I wonder how much you're...
Greetings, subject. Please note, please make a request. Displaying
Taking punitive action!
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
My favorite morally gray contractor. Join me. We have important business to discuss. Come, quickly now. Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the science wing. Get the rift modulator. I'll talk at you later. Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the science wing. Get the rift modulator. I'll talk at you later.
As a member of the Protect, how might this unit bolster or reduce your current doctor-patient confidentiality is analyzing scientist subject must receive note. This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation. Farewell.
veritable mosaic of conflict stands ahead, Commander. I propose we smash our way through.
On their weaknesses.
Pinpointing vexation.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
I would vote in favor of fighting our way to the console, but if you do not, we should either locate an access card or keep away from our foes. If we choose to keep from arbitrating the local scientists, we may be able to gather information on where the console's modulator is stationed.
Authorized? Be wary. I've heard there's an... I suppose that could be you. Forgive me. I'm still a little addled from my last You've been reviewing our experiments. I hope I'm not being replaced. I specifically went to mental refreshment to avoid that. If you wish to see the modulator, you'll want to speak with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's in the Rift Chamber. Take these credentials with you, in case you're asked. Security's become awfully stringent. I've been trying to...
Begs for correction.
Return to your work, my fellow subject.
How could the Council believe any of this to be in accordance with the plan? A correction is inevitable, and such events are rarely pretty.
What exactly was it that you needed? Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my life. So you are familiar with... so you are seeing what I'm seeing. I fear that I was alone. Reconstitution is not... And what makes you think that you have the... I don't know what that is. And either way, our situation is... which is distressing. Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good. It's clear you aren't bound. Here, I hope you're able to sway him. The deck...
Unit has been functioning for
300 and...
Well, the modulators...
Accessing report. Rift restoration. Esteemed Consul. After much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked every test of reconstitution. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rift. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space, and all of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulators. Unit has been functioning for 396 uninterrupted.
Schematic secured. These rift coordinates are deep into unexplored space. That contradicts most rift causation theories, or hints at more troubling implications.
Our work here is not done. We must confront the Consul before anything can come to fruition regarding these schematics or the rift modulator.
You, here before me. Surprised you could outrun these new legs of mine. They're what everyone's going to be wearing next fall. Well, I'm here now. Where's the rift modulator? So Consul Thoreau has everything directly under his control. I'd say that. Did you find anything else of note? Wait, what? But rifts are caused by skip drive travel. Human-piloted skip drive travel. How is that possible? You're the one in the dark. Much as I'm intrigued by the significance of all this, you might be savvy enough to talk him down, but his type requires a deft touch. You'll need to break him down brick by brick. If you're too adversarial, he'll simply shut... Well, that's a trait you and I have in common. And in case you aren't quite as sharp as you appear...
I bet I can make him talk.
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander... I'd say it's been an honor, but...
Oh, before I forget...
Seems like our mission's almost complete. Before we finish this, I wanted to thank you. Showed me I still had more to learn. You and this... It was an honor to be part of it. May all our
So, here we finally stand. There's little doubt that he must be slain. The Consul shall have to answer for his deeds. I'll not hear otherwise. There was a time when all of this, not just confronting the Let us proceed.
Redactor Essman. Very punctual, good. Don't take a
The Sovereign was a naive fool. The Consul, scheming sprat with delusions of competence. Time will tell which was more destructive.
Easy, no need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become... fraught. We may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so... I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the grand plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of... us. All doing our part, like...
Never would I ever have believed Auntie Cleo herself would walk through that door. But I haven't time to linger in the novelty. Sentinels, if you would.
Do I appear like someone afraid of a few guns? Give it up, Emery. You've lost this war. Have some dignity. You're coming off desperate.
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of Arcadia and rid it forever of trespassers like you. Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? I don't doubt that, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck. Don't you tire of this little routine? I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously caused our Vox relay to crash into Westport. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over... Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end?
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Very well. Once the Rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored with... Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but when the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she's intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our Matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, but it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood it is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future.
Beware, Commander. The Consul is a master manipulator.
You're entirely out of your jurisdiction. And were I within reach, I would strike down this apostate dog myself. If you wish for me to entertain your argument, you will silence him.
If you've a plan, I trust you to see it through.
It's your time that's running out. Now, better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. Yes, well, we also lost the support of the Order. But can one truly call that a loss? The same can be said for any subject who wavers. Once I win the war and leave those naysayers behind, harsh action will be swiftly forgotten. And once I provide for the need for every traitor in our midst, and they promptly will be. What are you saying? No. This is a preposterous assertion. You don't know what you're speaking of.
I'm the agent who was sent to Horizon Point to sabotage the Protectorate's experiments. Some in the Order believed the experiments would lead to catastrophe if left unchecked. Indeed, if I hadn't destroyed the station, your ilk would have destroyed the entire fabric of reality. And I've suffered with that truth for 10 years.
You never suspected? The Order wanted to break from the Protectorate for years. The invasion, which we'd predicted long ago, gave the perfect opportunity. If we didn't warn you.
Then the Order's treachery runs even deeper than we thought. There will be swift recompense for this humiliation of... I remind you that I am still waiting to hear any compelling...
I doubt you've had anyone capable checking your calculations. You don't strike me as particularly thorough, or much of a heavy thinker.
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia and will not be spoken to. You must know that you have little chance of swaying. I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia. No, Reuben would not have gone against her. He was a stalwart protector of Arcadia to the end. We could all see his devotion. If he even attempted to bastardize the Protectorate cause, then we will have undone all of the Matriarch's work. I swore to guide the Matriarch's line, but surely it cannot be possible that I've gotten this wrong.
You allow your resolve to be shaken when millions lie dead? If I had not traveled with the Commander, I would attempt to slay you on the spot. Instead, I shall appeal to any lingering remnant of your honor to do what is right.
Do not speak to me as though I must be punished. And you claimed so boldly that this plan of mine would fail. Bah, a report. The abstract means little when compared to reality. Look outside. Is it failing now? That's not true. Yes, well, I find that man's attitude. I don't understand. Surely every step leading to this or this is merely a conspiracy and leave the traitors and invaders alive? No! Death is the only way forward. We can only be made pure from the ashes, despite whatever supposed proof you have to the contrary. Claim? We are losing this war. It is inevitable. It is better that we perish together as proud Protectorate. Proud even through extreme hardship and the tyranny of corporatists? No. We have raised a stalwart people. There may yet be other ways to save my beloved Arcadia, but... What? Oh, by the Matriarch. It seems we have a problem. The Rift has... Destruction of Arcadia is imminent. There is. Though given your tenacity in preventing bloodshed, a chance yet remains. We must bring the modulator as close to the Rift as possible. However, when the Rift folds in on...
Are you sure there isn't just an off button? Maybe something you can unplug?
I'm not surprised your arrogance put us in this position. Even less surprised that you're now looking around, asking who will suffer to get us out of it.
Let me be clear. I am not placing this burden upon your... I will give you time to vacate the ship. When you are clear, I will fly it into the Rift myself. You are right. Arcadia will find its way without me. I am not trying to be anything.
I will accompany him, and ensure all goes as planned. It's only right that I complete the very mission I came here for. Your goal here is the same as mine.
Now go. Make what's left of your existence count.
We shall have our hands full.
So, in the end, when the Consul was faced with the undeniable errors in his logic, he chose to save Arcadia by closing the rift himself. He died hoping his sacrifice might make up for the disastrous decisions he had made. Thanks to the Commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox Station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the Grand Plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wily's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. Seer Wily fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate his failings. As word of the ex-seer's arrival spread, people lined up for predictions. Forsaking the math that failed him, he offered obvious yet effective advice instead. Val continued to serve the commander of the Incognito faithfully, for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valkyrie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within, so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Inez's convincing appeals to the press earned her clout in reforming Auntie's Choice's cruel grafting program. Yet it was a constant struggle, rife with red tape and pushback from program executives. This was Inez's new battle, one she would fight for the rest of her life. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. After thoughtful cogitation and calculation, Marisol slowly began to reject violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up. After Azza disbanded the Glorious Dawn, its members quietly tried to resume lives forever disrupted by the Arcadian conflict. As the cult's murderous legacy faded, average colonist life expectancy increased by 0.23%. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. The dangerous experimental research of Marisol's contact from Point Obviation lived on, with a Seer predicted 11.9% probability of yielding a universe-ending catastrophe. Meanwhile, an entrepreneurial work group of chemistricians unveiled a new flavor of Purple Berry Crunch. The rift compromise between the Order and Auntie's Choice led to prioritized assistance for the colonies that agreed to favorable trading terms. The so-called Auntie's Loyalty Program tripled the corporation's net worth. Meanwhile, the Order was able to sermonize their version of scientism alongside Auntie's marketing and PR onslaught, at least to colonies in Auntie's Loyalty Program. Many outside died because their rifts weren't closed in time. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Hey, congrats on reaching the ending. Well, an ending. Plenty more where that came from. How about another go? Additional playthroughs don't cost nothing. Yet.